Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Original Storytellers Podcast. I'm your humble host, Stephen Tallis, and today's a very special day. Today is episode 1 of this great podcast journey. And you're probably wondering what this podcast is about, and I'll tell you right now. Thanks for asking. So this podcast is about Native American entertainers. The original storytellers, the people telling their stories through all kinds of art and medium, from the artist, the sculptor, the movie maker, the YouTubers, the rappers of the world. I want to hear their story. I want to know how they got started, what made them tick, just what inspires them, if they like onions on the Navajo taco, and it's just not gonna be, it's not gonna be focused on just Navajo. It's gonna be all of Native America. And yeah, so if you have any questions, please like and subscribe. You can even comment some questions, ask people, just to just take you backstage and just sit down and talk with some of these amazing people. And today our first guest is a legend in the Native Nation, Navajo Nation world, and he's a comedian, actor, motivational speaker. His name is Ernie David Tsosie III. He's been in countless movie shows, bunch of movies, and he is a celebrity on the Navajo Nation. This guy can't walk through bashes without somebody taking a picture of him, and it's pretty crazy. So please, let's welcome our guest.
Right on, man.
Dude, man, it's been a crazy minute,
Yeah.
the whole coronavirus and stuff going on.
No kidding, man. The whole world just changed in a matter of a couple of days, for me.
Yeah. So how are you holding up?
I'm doing good, man. My family and I we're dug in at Winter Rock. I've been referencing the movie Thunderheart, right?
Yeah.
Red Deer Cable, Stronghold.
Oh yeah. Man, so is it pretty bad over there, Winter Rock? Is it everything locked down?
Yeah. Right. This weekend we're on a 57-hour lockdown. So no, even tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, you can't go anywhere till Monday. So we're down from 8 p.m. tonight till 5 a.m. Monday morning. So man, we'll be doing a lot of just videos.
Yeah.
I did like everyone else. I had to do my work from online. I was doing motivational speaking.
Oh yeah.
So I'm continuing that work, but I make these short PSA videos. And that's what I've been doing. So
yeah, I saw one of them. It's pretty good. Yeah, just it's pretty funny. So okay, what do you think's your theory of why everybody's just not staying home?
Oh man, that's a good question. I don't know, man. It's one of those enigmas. My family and I've been talking about what don't you get, man? I don't know if they're not watching the news, and seeing all the images and the urgency and people's voices, as far as doctors and the authorities, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see some videos, man, that really scared me, man. People that are sick, and I sure don't want to be one of those, I don't know. I think a lot of it is just I don't want to say ignorance, but just lack of knowledge, I guess.
Yeah.
They're not really. They're thinking it's a hoax, or some people even think that it's not real.
Yeah.
The virus,
Or it's up in the city. It's like a city thing or something, or the virus or something.
Yeah. And at first, I was in the very beginning. I didn't even myself was like, "Yeah, man, it'll never get here," but here it is,
Man. So, hey, so do you got toilet paper and everything? And
I say again.
Do you got toilet paper?
Oh, I got plenty of Navajo times.
Oh man, well yeah.
The good thing about that is my wife. She's one of the person who's always stocked up. Even before the virus, always had extra of this and that. So
okay,
we're doing all right. Yeah.
That's good. He was Jonathan Nez right now. It's on the quarantine or something like that.
Yeah,
Some.
yeah, yeah. I haven't really been keeping up with the Navajo Nation news stuff on Facebook. Whatever they put up on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Man, well,
I've been watching the kind of the mainstream stuff. You know,
yeah. Man, well, thanks
I
for
had to
being on this
I had to
podcast.
cut myself off too, though. I
Oh,
had
why
to
is
cut
that?
myself off and watch the news. I just got too depressing, man. You know, and so I just kind of I have a new motto. Okay, my new motto is focus on God, not the virus.
Oh,
So that's what I've
yeah.
been doing. Mm,
Yeah, no, for
And
sure.
you know, yeah, because if you let yourself, man, you'll get depressed watching the news every day. You know,
Yeah,
but I tune in, check it out, make sure you know there's no important messages that I'm missing. You know,
yeah,
but yeah, I just think yeah, I stay busy, man. You know,
man.
that's the best advice I can give is stay busy. You know, try to look through video like what you do now. This stuff here, we can get people to take it seriously. Like Tito Hoover, you know, he's doing a montage video
Yeah,
of people telling people to stay inside. You know, it's pretty serious. You know, so I think stuff like that is really helpful. You know, we're doing what we can do, and what little we can do, being native producers and directors like yourself. You know, getting the word out.
yeah, yeah. No, like I was wanting to do this podcast, but like just because I probably was like curious, just how's everybody doing, and like especially like the native entertaining side, and just like
Yeah,
yeah, just so let's thanks for being on the podcast. Let's talk about that. So like, how's how's just work's been with with the virus and like just with you being an entertainer and everything, and like it's just everything just went straight down and get canceled
straight
and
down. Yep, straight down. Big old zero. You know. But
oh man,
the interesting thing is, for one thing, this virus, there's actually good side of it, you know, if that's possible, but it brought us all together, for one thing, right? I think
yeah,
we're all getting just too much into our technology and we weren't talking to each other, even living in the same house, you know, even me, I have a teenage son and, you know, a lot of times before this happened, he was buried into his video games and stuff. We're just kind of doing our own thing, you know?
yeah,
So this virus forced everyone to acknowledge each other. You know, even your own household. So that's kind of a good thing. That I've been really close to my family, my wife and my children. So that's kind of a good thing for us. You know, but you know the work it gave me a new challenge. I did my first virtual comedy show this past Saturday on the 4th. It was with Indigenous Ways out of Santa Fe,
okay,
and it was cool, man. It was fun
yeah,
actually. You know, I hooked up on like this, you know, live, and
yeah,
I just did my comedy from my house, you know, and it was pretty good. I felt good to perform finally, you know, after
yeah,
all this time. But it was kind of weird because I didn't have any immediate laughter in the room. You know, like comedians,
oh
we feed off of
yeah,
the laughter in the club or in the show or whatever. This time I had to kind of I had my own laugh soundtrack, you know. I just
yeah,
did it, but it worked out pretty good, man. There was some glitches here and there, but I'm gonna do another one. We have another one coming up with Isaiah Yazi put together one called the Ungathering
yeah,
Natives Comedy Festival. We're gonna do it on Instagram on
dude,
this April 24th and 25th, right? So
yeah, yeah,
Instagram, check that out. And Adrian Chalaba is been doing a virtual comedy show, so that's been cool. You know, I
okay,
haven't done that one yet, but I'm going to try it out.
dude, that's
So that's kind of how
awesome.
the new way of doing comedy. You know,
Yeah, so yeah, well that's pretty awesome what you guys are doing and stuff and just entertaining everybody. I mean that's really important, because I think everybody's like inside the houses kind of going like stir crazy, you want to do stuff, but like
yes,
this is like crazy, like this is like in history, like we're literally the world's shut down. I want to go watch a movie
mm,
right now, but I'm
yeah, I
just
know,
locked in.
man. I've been jonesing for Starbucks. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
um, and when you know when we have to, like my wife and daughter would go get necessities, and sometimes they'll bring me back to a Starbucks, man, which I'm totally grateful for. But I haven't had one in I don't know couple few days now.
Save that
But
money.
yeah, but even that, like you want to go to a movie, I want to go to Starbucks. That would be my one of my hangouts is just go down
Yeah.
there and read a book or just chill out, but can't do that now.
Man, this is
Yeah.
crazy times. But yeah, let's go way back into your early days. So like
Yeah.
yeah, so how did you ever like get started in the whole like the comedian actor side? Because you've been in quite a few movies and stuff. You're pretty much well known like in this areas and stuff. And so yeah, so what made you like want to become an actor comedian?
It all started like long time ago, man. Back in the '90s, when I used to have an older cousin. Him and I used to hang out a lot. We kind of like uh, fantasize about making Powell Highway 2. Right?
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite movies was Powell Highway, man, because they had real actors in there. It was a real movie. So then, and one time, for the filming of Geronimo, right, with Wes Studi, they did a casting call, and the casters came through Winter Rock, right, my hometown.
Yeah.
So me and my cousin went down there and we auditioned for Geronimo, and we're kind of just messing around. We just did it because it was an opportunity. But after that, though, I really started thinking about it, and I was an archaeologist, an anthropologist. That was kind of I thought that was going to be my job, my day job. So I went to school in Tucson, studied archaeology, and while I was there, I signed up for an acting class in college, and to see what it was like.
Yeah.
But man, it was a complete and utter failure. Man, I crashed and burned, because I had
Oh,
stage fright. I had
yeah.
stage fright, and I couldn't get through it, man. When you take a final exam or whatever, your exam is to act, and your fellow students are your audience. So I had to go up there and do a monologue, and I couldn't get through it, man. I failed. I couldn't do it. I was too nervous. Kept getting my lines and stuff like that. So I dropped that class. So it was a failure, my first attempt.
Oh,
And then for the next 3 years, man, I got a job. I was working, living, but it was always in the back of my head, man, that failure.
yeah.
And plus, I wanted to get into the movies, and I wanted to be an actor. So it just ate at me, man, and to the point where I couldn't stand it. And I said, man, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try again, right? And this time I said, I'm going all the way. And I enrolled back into college. This time my major was theater
Okay.
and acting, and I quit my job. Had a good job, steady job, and I went back to school, man. I went to Tucson Community
So
College, and that's where I got my training.
how old were you when you like quit your like job, man? Like just went for it.
I was in my early 20s, right, like
Oh,
22,
okay.
23.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
And so I just jumped all in, man. I said, you know what? If I want to do this, I got to force myself to get in front of the audience. Got to, overcome stage fright. And I started looking at it as a job. If I want this job, I got to get the training. The training is to act in front of people. So I changed my thinking.
Okay.
So as part of my backstories, I became what I feared the most, which is public speaking and acting, performing. So I think that's funny how life kind of sometimes takes you into where you don't want to go.
Wait, so how did you get over your stage fright? The whole I know everybody has that stage fright. Like
Yeah. I just, again, it's all here. I had to change my thinking. So I looked at it more as a job, and acting college is my training grounds. Like you go to carpentry, right? You got to take your different classes, science or whatever. You take your different classes. So in acting, one of the classes is acting. Then there's voice and movement, right? There's stage.
Oh, okay.
There's makeup. So it became a whole job to me, and that's how I kind of thought about it. And so my job today, my test is to get up and perform in front of an audience. So I started looking at it as a job, not something that was I was kind of like fantasizing about being an actor or whatever. And when I came at it from that angle, it didn't work. So I had to look at it as a job, basically.
Oh, okay.
And then that did it for me. So I was able to get in front of an audience, and I was able to do my work, my monologues, and it got easier. The more I did it, the easier it got to get on stage. And the more I got on stage, the smaller the stage fright got,
Okay.
until I just got used to it, And comedy really made it even more stronger for me, because comedy is terrifying, man, for some people,
Yeah.
and me included, and that's how I got into comedy. It was a self challenge to overcome that fear of trying stand up. So
Do you still get
that's
scared?
how kind of if it's a real big event, or if I'm doing a mainstream acting job
Yeah.
or audition, man, that little voice, man, tries to come back at me, and says, you're not good enough, man. What are you doing,
Oh.
but I learned to keep it under control. I don't let it overcome me like it used to.
So
You
what
know,
techniques do you use to like keep that little self doubt under control?
I just kind of tell myself, hey, man, I've done this before. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
I have to tell myself I'm a professional actor. I've already done jobs, so this is no big deal. I kind of got to psych myself out, and I just put that little voice down, man. So no way, I'm going there. I'm going to do this, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And it's always kind of there, but I just kind of it's more like a mosquito now, right? I just
Okay. Just
wave
swat
it
it
off.
away.
Yeah, but because if you let it, man, that will stop you. That little voice will, because it almost derailed me, man. I went for one audition, and I totally just. The thing is, an audition that you go in, and if they like you, they'll give you a call back.
Yeah.
And so I went. I went in the second time. Right? I did awesome the first time. Second time I went in, I read for the director. It was a TV show,
Oh man.
and I went in and I was nervous, man, for some reason, because the big wig was in the room,
Yeah.
and I couldn't do it, man. I totally bombed, man. I crashed and burned, and I left that audition, man. I was totally, what the heck, man. It destroyed my confidence, everything, and I quit pursuing acting for about a year. I couldn't do it, man. I
Yeah.
was wounded,
Yeah.
But then, but I finally, again, had to. That was my big failure again, second time. I just had to dust myself off and get back out there, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did, because since then I've gotten to do, like Neil Longmire and Better Call Saul and some of these mainstream projects,
Yeah.
which were really helpful for me as an actor, to get to that level. But it's tough, man.
Man.
It's a hard thing, man, for native actors.
So
The ones that are out there, man, I'm really happy for them.
yeah. So you have a family doing this too as well. Like are they super supportive? Probably.
No, actually, it's just me, man. My wife is a jewelry maker. She makes
Oh,
a
okay.
silversmith. And, I have an older kid. My daughter's she's a psychology major.
Oh
She's
man.
going getting her master's degree right now.
Uh.
I have a son who's he's a banker.
Yeah.
So I try to tell my kids, whatever you do, don't go into show business. It's too stressful. It's too heartbreaking.
I bet.
So if I can, I don't encourage my kids to go into acting or comedy. I get an education, man. That's where it's at.
Yeah. Oh.
So I'm the only performer in my family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So like
that's
what was like one like what was your first movie? Like I think it was Shantos, right?
Shoney.
Shoney's, I'm sorry, Shoney's.
Yeah. Um, Actually, that was one of the first ones as far as the native scene goes.
Yeah.
I did a short film when I was with James and Ernie. Me and James went in and did a cameo role in a Larry Lowe film called The Fifth World.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
short film. That went to Sundance, so it was
Yeah.
cool. We got to go out to Sundance and check it out. So that was kind of the first thing I did. And then Malfoy 398,
Yeah.
Sean Del Rosa and Andy Del Rosa put that out there, and that became like a little res underground cult hit. It's
Yeah.
all over, man. Everywhere we go, people are mention those characters, and talk about that and where's Chloe and I get all that Party
Well,
Marty and all that stuff.
yeah,
And to this
yeah.
day, it's still
I mean, those are
yeah,
some like really good performances, especially like you guys weren't necessarily playing like the funny guys, you know? You guys are actually like
yeah.
had
It was a
yeah,
drama. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And that's the kind of a lot of people don't know this, but I'm an actor before a comedian, right? So
yeah,
I like dramatic stuff, man. Like that, and that role that I did, it was right along those lines, So I really had fun doing that.
Yeah.
that project. Yeah. So, and then just kind of did a lot of whole Hamilton films.
Yeah. Yeah.
He put out Turquoise Rose. Was one of
Yeah.
my first ones there too. And those are pretty cool, man, because it taught me how to be comfortable in front of the camera, as an actor.
Yeah.
So it's like a training ground for me.
Okay.
Like the poster behind me. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
Blue
Blue
Gap
Gap
Boys,
Boys. Yeah, that's funny, man. They're just...
yeah. And so those little films like that, people kind of sometimes they'll look at short films or independent films and they don't really take them that seriously. But for me, man, it made me who I am as an actor. Made me a better actor, and I really appreciate those filmmakers that are putting out stuff like that. And in some ways, those independent films are more important than those blockbuster $1 billion movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
they're more interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
those like
kind of how I got that.
independent films are like those native ones especially, like I feel they appeal more to home, those
Yeah.
yeah, those big blockbusters felt like your amusement rides and just amusement parks. I
Yeah.
mean, they're cool though too. I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, man. I love going to see the big movies too,
Yeah.
but like a lot of it now is all you're acting in front of a green screen, man. It's not like traditional acting like
Yeah.
back in the day when you had to really pour out your, use your instrument and
Yeah.
those really good movies, from the old days,
Yeah.
a lot of CGI, computerized
Yeah.
stuff, and I watched the behind the scenes. They're not even acting with each other; they're acting to some kind of mark.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, so
And I've done that kind of work too.
What, you
It's hard,
did?
man. Yeah, it is. It's pretty hard to act when there's nothing there.
man, that's crazy. So what do you think is harder? Like, what do you like doing better, like drama or comedy? Which is harder? Like,
Man, that's a good question. They both. I like them both, right?
yeah.
The drama. Man, I'll tell you one time I did there's a comic book called Scalp. Have you heard of this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Scalp. Okay. They did a pilot of
Okay.
that. They're trying to make it into a series.
Yeah.
It was awesome, man. And they had I got cast in the pilot, and it was a really tremendous scene, and it was a green screen shot, and there was a lot of there was like violence and whatnot. And anyway, I had to be filled with fear. It was tough, man. And the thing is, there was like a herd of horses running at me, right? They're about
Yeah.
to stampede me, and I get pulled out all the way at the last second.
Yeah.
But in the scene, there was no horses. There was just a green screen. I had to imagine a herd of horses coming at me and
Man.
being totally like I'm gonna die. It was hard, man. And the director's like, more fear, and I was like, I got it. I'm like, okay. But it taught me a good lesson that that fear is hard to play, man. People, you can start crying in the movie, whatever. That's easy, man.
Yeah.
But you can watch a horror movie or something, and you see the fear in people's eyes. But
Yeah.
man, as an actor, that's tough to do. That
Oh, man. So like
big fear,
like what do you do to like I don't know keep your skills sharp? As an actor,
I do a lot of well again doing the short stuff, the short films,
Yeah.
even these little small sketches that we do on TV on YouTube, whatever. Those keep me sharp, because they keep me in front of the camera. They keep me creating, my mind working. How can I shoot the scene? How can I make it better? Maybe I get an idea as for the character. I'll try that. So doing these small projects that keeps me my instrument tuned, as they say, right? And then also I read. Right now I'm reading a book. This is my latest book. It's called it's Kathleen Turner on acting.
Okay.
So I get insights on the pros, what's their game like, and sometimes I go on YouTube and watch behind the scenes stuff, interviews
Oh, okay.
with Leonardo DiCaprio, whoever I'm interested in, and
Yeah.
just kind of get what makes them tick, and then the people have their own, technique, So I have a technique. I don't really know what it is, but it comes when I'm on the set, and that the director says action, and I just do my thing, So,
So
I kind of just borrow too from here, from different things. But mostly, I got my foundation though in college.
yeah,
My acting teacher was a guy named Barclay Goldsmith. He taught me, really the nuances of acting. Stage acting is where I started too. That's the thing. Stage is different from screen. So when I wanted to start auditioning for movies, I was a stage actor, so I'd be really big, I mean, when you're on theater, when you're on the stage, everything is big, and your movements are big, your voice is big. So I had to learn how to really tone it down. And a lot of auditions, they'll be like, "Okay, that's good. Can you bring it down?" So it took me years, man, to learn how to audition for films and TV. It's just like talking,
yeah.
just regular talking. It's not trying to reach
So
the
like-
back row like in a theater.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's a lot to learn with between theater acting, comedy, and drama. This, then the medium of television. For big screen, small screen. It's that kind of stuff. Just takes time and experience. Just getting out there and learning from your failures.
Yeah,
Or because there's times, man, when I didn't feel good about my work and dang it, wish I could do that over. But
yeah.
but that's part of it.
So what kind of
man.
what actors like do you look up to? Like just like in general.
I like man, that's a hard question because there's so many, but some that stand out. I like Denzel Washington. Always have even his theater. If you watch his theater, like live on stage, Broadway, and whatnot, he's awesome, man. But I like Gary Oldman, who's always been a favorite from back in the day. Like one of my favorite characters from Gary Oldman is Drexel in True Romance, man. Quentin Tarantino wrote that script, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen True Romance, but it's a pretty crazy movie. But if you watch Drexel, man, he's a pimp, But that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite bad guy roles.
Yeah.
And then I like man, there's so many. I don't know, man. I used to like Seymour Hoffman, before he passed away.
Okay.
Because he was kind of an ordinary guy, but he was a pretty extraordinary actor, man. He wasn't like good looking or wasn't like a movie star, man. But he was a solid actor. So there's different people
Nice, man.
I kind of check out their technique, and but now currently, I don't know, man. There's so many. It's hard to pinpoint any one person,
So
native wise, man,
Yeah.
I like Graham Greene, who's been a favorite.
Graham Greene, yeah.
Yeah, Gary Farmer,
Oh yeah. The legends.
Yeah, because those are the guys I started with. When I got interested in acting, those were the guys that were making movies,
So have you?
I like the.
So what's the most famous guy like you met, like or saw from a distance?
I'll tell you this one story, man. I wasn't an actor, but I pulled into a hotel in Mesa, right? With my family, and I wanted to go check in. So I got in there. It was the Best Western, and I got up to the counter, and there was a guy standing there. So I pulled up next to him, right?
Yeah.
He was checking out, so I was kind of waiting around, and just strangers. We kind of made eye contact, right?
Yeah.
I just kind of nodded at him, like, how's it going? It was a silent thing, right? And he looked at me and kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I noticed this white guy had real penetrating blue eyes, right?
Yeah.
Dang, that guy's eyes are real deep blue, right? then I remember him saying to the ladies back to the hotel people, right? Hey, I feel like I'm done here. And they're oh yeah, you're good, you go. You go, right? Thank you, and he walked off. And then so I was next, right? So
Yeah.
I was waiting for the ladies to say, okay, how can I help you, right? But they're all they're whispering to each other. They're kind of smiling. And they're all giddy, right? I mean, what's up? She was that guy that just left. That was the lead singer for Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Was it any better?
Dude.
It was any better, man. I looked at him in the eyes, man. He nodded at me. I nodded at him. And I was like, are you serious? And they showed us. He signed some swag for them, right?
Yeah.
Some posters. And I ran out there to go try to shake his hand.
Yeah.
And by the time I got up there, he was driving off, man.
Oh.
Man, got close, man, to a superstar.
Almost, man, almost. So
and in my interview, so that was one of my stories, a near miss.
a near miss. So I noticed like you got a bunch of like your fans coming to you like wherever you go like is it kind of like the paparazzi sometimes, you know, like you go like bashes and like everybody's like can I get a picture with you?
Where's that? Where's paparazzi?
Yeah.
Just one camera, just one flash.
So like
Yeah,
oh go ahead.
it happens. It happens every now and then, but just kind of locally, you know.
Yeah.
If I'm in Phoenix or somewhere out there, no one knows who I am.
Oh yeah.
You know, but if I'm at Walmart in Gallup, man, I gotta wear shades.
So do you actually go to Walmart and Gallup the first of the month, or you just avoid it?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, I go to third of the month.
Third of the month.
You know, all the diehards are out of there. I don't mind that people want a picture or whatever if I'm out and about with my family having dinner or whatever. It's cool. I don't mind. It's part of the game, I guess you could say. I don't consider myself a celebrity, but I understand that I'm on these. A lot of people see me from YouTube and doing comedy or whatever. Some people see me on the TV shows that I did, and that's all fine and good. But I think the real thing is just being a person. I'm just like them. I'm not rich and famous. People think I'm a millionaire, man. So I live in native housing, man. I have an NHA housing.
Yeah.
I gotta pay my dues every month too. But I don't mind if someone wants to get a picture or whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. So like with the whole like native business thing, like sometimes does it get like overwhelming sometimes, or just like when you sit down with your family and.
No, not for me, man.
Okay.
I'm pretty down to earth anyway. So
yeah.
To me, I'm like, what do you want a picture with me for? Let me get a picture with you.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of some of these other people, So, I know what it feels like to be a fan of somebody. I have my own favorites.
Yeah.
But so it's neither here nor there for me. I don't dwell on it. I don't get hurt if someone doesn't know who I am.
Oh yeah.
That's happened. That's happened before. People like someone will be like, "Hey man, do you know who this guy is?" And the guy's like, "Nope, never." I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I'm no good.
So hey, what's the difference between like a big Hollywood set and like just like maybe like an independent film set? Is like there's a huge differences in like how's that?
I think the biggest difference is just it's pretty much the same in essence, right?
Yeah.
They got the same elements. You got your camera, your crew, your everyone who's working the thing. I think the difference is just the amount of people. Like some of these, like when I was doing Barry Costall and Longmire, man, they had a bunch of people running around, man. Their crew. You hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
It just went dead. I was like, oh man.
hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
The question was the difference between
the
big
Hollywood set and like little set. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the amount of people. Like I pull up with Longmire's it wasn't really a big show, but to me, man, I pull up there and there's like 3 or 4 movie trucks, and all this equipment and there's a bunch of people roaming around. I'm just like, dang, what the heck, man? Then you do an independent movie. There's only one ride. It's your bro, and you're an actor, and you're also the boom mic guy. You're also the cameraman.
So like, do you get crafty services stuff like all you can eat, kind of?
Yeah, on the big sets, yeah. They have all that stuff, and I used to think that was pretty cool, but. And the little sets, they say you want a burrito.
So, like, what's some memorable like experiences you had like on a big set or?
Well, I guess when I did Longmire, right, I got to meet some of my favorite actors. Like Lou Diamond Phillips was one I met, and I've been a big fan of his. And to see him, in person, just walking around, roaming around. And like in between, there's a lot of downtime when you're on the set. So one time, like he was just kind of hanging outside, and I went out there and I was, just rolled up to him and I said, "Hey man, how you doing?" He goes, "I'm doing good, man." He's real nice, and I know. I forgot there were some horses standing there. They had some horses nearby, right? I was like, "What's up with those horses?" And I forgot what he said to me, but he said some joke, right? And he slapped me on the shoulder and he just laughed real loud at his own joke, right? and he walked off, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Lou Diamond Phillips just clapped me on the back, man, and laughed at his own joke, just surreal moments like that, Or this one guy, A. Martinez, also was there, and I did a take the scene I did, and A. Martinez, he was a Power Highway, with
Oh yeah.
yeah, and he actually acted with John Wayne in a movie called The Cowboys back in the day.
Huh.
Right? So he's been around, but he comes up to me in between takes, right? He goes, "Man," he goes, "Solid, man, solid," right? Talking about my acting.
Yeah.
It's good job, man. It's good, And I freaked out, man. I was, holy smoke.
Dude.
And it really boosted my confidence, So
Yeah.
those are some pretty cool things that happened to me. When I did Better Call Saul, Jonathan Banks, I know him from Beverly Hills Cop. He was the bad guy,
Yeah.
And the scene I did with him, I was nervous in that one because this was like big time. I was like, dang, hope I can pull this off. But as soon as I got into they take you to the set, right? You're not parked right there. You got the set like maybe 5 blocks away, whatever. So I'm in a trailer, just kind of hanging out waiting. And so when it's time, they come to get you, and they got me. They take you to in a van or whatever, right? So I get in the back behind the passenger seat, and then we're waiting for Jonathan, So I knew Jonathan Banks was going to hop in with us, right? Then right to the set. So I was like, dang. Sure enough, man, he gets in the front seat, and he just turns back to me. I'm sitting right behind him, right? And he's like, he taps my knee, right? He goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, how's it going?" He kind of just a little nudge of encouragement, right? And he goes, "How you doing?" I said, "Oh man, doing great, doing good, man. Thank you." But really, he was cool, man. Right? It really settled my nerves, though.
Yeah.
And that's what good actors do, man. They make you feel good. They're not jerks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like that. He was real gracious. And the whole time we're there, man, he was real nice to me. And when we shot our scene together, man, he was just so gracious. He's really uplifting. And all my nervousness just melted away, man.
Oh,
and that's what good actors, that can do for a younger actor.
Yeah.
Is just make him feel comfortable. So
Man, that's awesome.
that's kind of what I'd like to. That's what I try to do with other comedians, that are trying to get out there.
Yeah.
So are on a set acting, ask me for acting or whatever, or even this, want to do KTD interview. Yeah, I'll do it, man. No problem.
Dude.
If I can get a good word out there, and yeah.
So, have you ever thought about like getting behind the camera? Maybe like doing your own shows or?
Yeah, man. I think I'm at that point now in my career where I'm interested now in telling stories and making my own stuff. And I teamed up with a bro of mine, John Riggs.
Yeah.
And him and I have been working on some scripts. We're going to make our own movies. In fact, we were working on one right when this corona virus hit, and we had to put everything on the shelf, man.
Oh, man.
But we're working on one called Two for the Road, so kind of a road story.
Okay. I think I saw the
so
trailer.
yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Yeah, didn't you guys
Oh, yeah,
release
yeah.
the trailer? Awesome, man. So he's doing like
yeah,
what is it about? Or could you talk about it? Or is it kind of like
it's about two guys who kind of are going through some struggles in life. One guy's older, one guy's younger, and they kind of both come to a breaking point where they just decide to hit the road, and try to figure it out, And they're both on a journey, an inner journey as well as a physical journey, kind of like Thelma and Louise,
Oh yeah,
type of
yeah.
thing, where they're on the road and things happen to them, and by the end of their journey, man, they're changed, their character arc, as they say, they're different men, for the better. So it's it should be a pretty cool story,
So it's like more of a
to
drama.
take people on.
So it's a drama rather than
More of a drama. There's some comedy elements, but more of a drama. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, man, dude.
Yeah.
Before we end, so I'm gonna ask these questions to more podcasters, but so your top 3 movies, man.
Oh man, I've been thinking about that. That was it's a tough one, man. But one of my favorite movies is again drama, right?
Yeah.
I like Legends of the Fall,
Oh,
right, with Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies, man. The setting, the cinematography, the acting is just awesome. Next, I like Kevin Costner movie called Revenge.
I haven't seen that one.
It has it's a good man. It's like a love story, you know, like he goes to Mexico. He had a mobster, you know, kind of like a cartel guy friend.
Oh,
And
okay.
he takes his wife, you know. He ends up with his wife, and it's just a good drama and good
Yeah.
acting too in that one. And then I like Power Highway, man. Is one of my
Power
all-time
Highway.
favorites. That one inspired me to actually get into acting myself, you know.
Oh
This is
man.
where I saw real Indians in a big movie. And I like Junktown's Finest, of course, the more local stuff, independent stuff, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Blue Gat Boys, you know, the
Blue Gap
guy
Boy.
there, because Vincent Craig, I got to act with Vincent Craig. That was his last movie that he did,
Oh man, yeah, he's so
and
good in
James
that.
Billigodi, you know.
That Alien song
Turquoise
too.
Rose
Oh
is
yeah.
one of my favorites, yeah. So, you know, just some of these local ones. Mapos Vinati, of course, is always
Yeah.
a good one. You know, but there's so many movies out there that I love, and some I haven't even seen yet, and I'm looking forward to checking them out. You know,
So
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 it's an ongoing thing.
yeah, what projects do you have coming up? Or like yeah, just
Uh,
like movies or
uh, there, there's I have about two, maybe three scripts right from other folks that
yeah.
I've been rereading, and there's three of them in particular, man, that are going to be awesome, man. If they can just get done, you know, get made. And I'm reading one script now, and it's a pretty interesting story. You know,
Yeah.
I can't really give too much on that, but another one that's been trying to be made is called Road to Forgiveness. A friend of mine out of Los Angeles, producer and writer, is
Oh
taking on
wow.
that space on a book, true story. And so that one, if these can get done, man, that'll be awesome. You know, and there was one called a period piece, right, Western called Six and Bistai, man. That was there. You can see it. I think there's a trailer on it.
Oh yeah.
But that one is awesome, man. It's like I always want to do a Western, right? So this is kind of my
Yeah.
Western movie. But if that one could get made, that would be cool, man. Yeah. So they're
Awesome.
gonna get made eventually, you know.
Yeah.
But those are kind of the three things, right? As far as acting goes, I'm
Yeah.
kind of looking forward to.
Okay,
And then I've been auditioning, man. So yeah,
okay. Man, dude,
I'm
so what's one thing you would tell an aspiring person who wants to get in the entertainment industry what to do and like what to tell them how to break into the entertainment world?
I don't. Well, over the years when I first started, right, man, I went to every native actor that I came across, asked them for advice. You know, some of them gave it pretty generously, some of them didn't. You know, some of them just blew me off.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a way of there's really a breaking into the movies. I think that's kind of a fantasy.
Yeah.
I think the only way, truly, man, is to get some formal training, go to study theater, acting, right?
Yeah.
And just get out there, man, start auditioning. You got to get an agent if you want to get into the movies. You got to have a legitimate agent, you know? I mean, there's some people, of course, that luck out and they get discovered, right? But ultimately, for those of us who are just trying to get into the game, man, it's almost impossible for, especially for natives, man. We're like that. We're like less than 1%, man, of the entertainment
Yeah.
industry in acting, right? So it's those. That's what I'm saying. That those natives that are actually making movies in HBO and
Mhm.
like West Studi, man, those are very few that are making a true living out of it. You know. Then there's actors like myself that are barely doing anything. I don't get paid. I mean, I get paid, but it's not like I
Yeah.
don't get like hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, I would love to. And if you can land a regular on a series, you make some decent money. You know.
Yeah.
But a lot of us are not rich from acting. We do it because we love performing.
Yeah.
So if you really love performing and you want that to be a part of your life, then I think it's worth it, man. You know. But if you're just trying to get rich and famous, then you get ready for a life of disappointment. You know, because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
tough, man.
Man.
Yeah, but if you truly love performing arts, go for it, man. You know what I mean? Because it's fun. I mean, it's awesome. I met some of my best friends in doing plays and being on set. You know, people I met in plays back in the '90s. They're still friends today. Still keep in touch. You know, I have a bro, Greg Zaragoza, out of Los Angeles. You know,
Yeah.
he was in New York City. He was on Broadway and did all these awesome things. And we still keep in touch to this day.
Man,
So there's
that's awesome.
the family of when it comes to performing arts, the family unit is awesome. That's my favorite thing is meeting people and becoming lifelong friends. That's kind of one of the reasons why I like it, and I think it's worth it if you can find that type of. Don't worry about the money and fame. That's if you get into that, that's just part of it. But I don't think that's a reason to get into it.
Yeah.
Is for money and fame. I think you got to have something more deeper, man, to go into that line of work. As far as acting and comedy, it's got to be part of you, man. It's got to be your. Yeah, you have to do it. You need it.
Yeah.
I'm barely figured that out now. That it's something that you need to do, man. It's part of you.
Yeah. So what's
but again, don't put it all on the burner, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Have a back door, man. Get an education if you can. I would go that route first.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what's one thing you would say to your younger self starting out, like when you first started, and what would you say to that Ernest?
Man, man, I would have said just get your education, man. I'm serious, man. I wish I would have continued with my degree in anthropology, and or even like I was a carpenter, right? I got certified in carpentry.
Yeah.
I should have kept on going and went into construction engineering or something, because if it doesn't work out, man, it's gonna be a tough life. So I wish I would have gotten a backup plan. But when I'm going now, man, I'm gonna be doing comedy until I'm like 80 years old. You know what I mean? I'll probably, it's gonna be I don't know, man. Let's like look out and get discovered after over 20 years in the business or whatever. If that's possible, who knows? But right now, I'm having fun, man. It's I enjoy doing it. I'm not getting rich off of it. I enjoy telling stories and enjoy performing.
Yeah,
But ultimately, man, my real thing is I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I believe in the Word of God, and that's my ultimate goal right there. After this life, so acting and comedy, that takes second place, man, to my Lord, Jesus, and that's kind of that's just my personal beliefs, and ever since this virus hit, I really becoming bold and saying that now, Usually I don't want to get into religion or politics,
Yeah.
But now I want people to know that I'm a follower of Jesus, man, and I'm a believer in His Word, and that's what's been getting me through this time of coronavirus in my family, and that's the most important thing to me.
Okay.
But again, you're here on Earth. What you're doing is cool, it's fun too, man. With the stuff you're doing, making movies, and doing comedy, I enjoy that stuff. But it's not the number one for me.
Okay.
But I appreciate it though. I don't want to take it lightly either, because it is my way of living. It's how I make it. That's how I support my family, doing comedy and presentations. So it is important.
Yeah. Oh.
And so be it. If I make it to the big time, then I'll take that too.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what inspires you, but you kind of like you said already. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Just who inspires me, man, is the younger performers coming up behind me: Isaiah Yazzie, Tito Hoover, Agent Chalapa, Tatanka Means. All these people, man, started comedy through James and I sharing the stage, sharing our stage, and now they're doing it, they're making it, and that inspires me. So when I see younger comics and younger generation like you making movies, man, that inspires me, man. It's cool to see that people are picking that craft up, and there's gonna be another generation of movie makers and actors and performers. So a lot of my inspiration comes from the younger generation, and that's where I'm at. I like to stay humble, Man, I'm not the master of comedy or whatever, I'm still learning, man, from people behind me and people in front of me. Charlie Hill was a really big inspiration for me, and Jula Kappa, of course, and Vincent Craig. I still look up to those people. Yeah.
Man.
So I try to keep myself in a humble position,
Yeah.
as much as possible.
Yeah, I appreciate you being on this podcast, man. You're like the first episode, first guest, and so number one, man. And just thank you for all your words, and just doing your thing, man. And just hopefully just people get to know the the more deeper side of you,
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
yeah, for
I
sure.
bet that's the more interesting side of me anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, behind during the
Yeah.
journey.
That's
Okay,
right.
man. Well, hey,
All right,
thanks,
man.
man. But thank you once again, man. And
Yes. Thank you.
I'll put this up here soon. Yeah, hit you
Okay.
up. All
Nice.
right, man. Thanks, Ernie.
All right, man. Later.
Latest.